this was a great game series so far. Now, as we saw, that Lakers got completely destroyed last game in game 1, losing by 22 points with the score of 117-95. They decided to fix that issue in game 2. Now, game 2 was completely a different game. Now, the Lakers did win this game of 94-85, but this game they only won by 9 points, which is single digits, which could have been anyone's game. It wasn't like they was out the dog part yet. Timberwolves only down by 9 points, which could have easily been won if other teammates would have made their shots. Now, also would it come down to free throws, which is a huge dead giveaway. I've noticed this a lot with the Lakers. They get a lot of free throw attempts, which actually helps them win these particular games. LeBron had a better play style this time around with a more defensive play, which helped them get a lot more stops and also helped the ball turn over a little bit more. So he was being very more defensively aggressive on this one, which actually helped him get through game. 21 points, 7 assists, 11 rebounds, 8 from 19 from the field, and 1 from 5 from the 3. Not a bad performance coming from the first game alone. He did pretty well on this one. Now, Luka Doncic, who's been really consistent lately. I mean, the game 1, he had damn near 40 points. He had 37. And this game, he had 31 points. 1 shy assist from a triple-double. 9 assists, 12 rebounds, shooting from 9 from 20 from the field with a 2 from the 8 3-point. Now, here's the thing. 11 from 11 from the free throw line. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier about being able to get a lot of calls. When you get a lot of calls, able to do your free throws, you have to knock them down. I mean, you just have to, and Luka did just that alone. Peep the fact that they only won by 9 points. Those 11 points from free throws really helped them seal the deal. So free throws can actually help you win or lose a game, and this is exactly why you have to knock down your free throws. It's very, very important. Now, the key takeaway of this is that Anthony Edwards was playing a solid game thus far with 25 points, 6 rebounds, 2 from 8 from the 3, 10 from 22 from the field. Fortunately, his teammates wasn't really trying to help him win the game. Mike Conley just came out there not doing nothing at all, scoring 0 points, which was a complete lose fest. He had nothing else to do or help the team out itself. Dante DiVincenzo only had 4 points, and he usually gets a lot of shots up, a lot. So seeing him getting only 4 points was very, very pressing to see. Nas only had 9 points. Another good performance from the game 1. So I've noticed is the fact that Timberwolves had a better play style from game 1, and they did not have the same strategy going into game 2. Got them to lose the game itself. It just got really to the point where Timberwolves was playing very a loose game itself. It looked like they really wasn't trying to win the game at all from the first quarter alone. That's where the Lakers completely pummeled them with 34 points in the first quarter. Now, you know what happens when a team scores 30 to 40 points in the first quarter? That's when the game is kind of over, because if you get that many points in the first half, it's hard for you to kind of score that much after the halftime. 34 points the Lakers scored. Timberwolves was stuck at 15, and then the second quarter they started to pick up with 28 points from the Timberwolves, but it was a little bit too late, because when you already have 34 points in the first quarter, it's kind of already done. You gave them a 19-point lead in the first half alone. Heading into the halftime, you give them a 19-point lead ahead of the halftime, it's already a sealed deal. So we knew this game was going to be over thus far, but again, they try to fight the game. They try to get back into single digits, which they did, which they only lost by 9 points overall. Moving forward, this is going to be a difficult series thus far. I did not think the Timberwolves was going to give the Lakers a hard time to play, but they really did. So this is actually going to be a good series. Game 3, I don't know. It can go either way. I feel like if Mike Conley and Nas and Dante DiVincenzo actually knock down their shots, they could possibly have a chance. I mean, Rudy Gobert didn't really do much either with 6 points as well. Like, he didn't really do a lot of scoring. The issue with the Timberwolves was mostly just not scoring, not dropping their shots. There was 80% from the free throw line, 20% from the 3, which is again almost exactly identical from what the Lakers was shooting that night as well too. 6 steals, and they had 11 turnovers. Both had like 11 to 12 turnovers, which is almost like identical. So it's not really much of the turnover situation. It's just them not knocking their shots, and let alone getting a lot of calls. Now, refs is very persistent of who they want to give calls to. I mean, we know that Luka's going to get a lot of fouls, and that's just how they do. The Lakers been getting a lot of fouls the entire season. So if you're getting your free throws, you have to make them. And getting your free throws is a dead giveaway, because again, they only won by 9 points. By Luka Doncic getting 11 from the free throw, that already got them the win. So it really goes down to taking better shot selection, as also getting to the free throw line as much as possible as you can. And when you get to the free throw, you have to knock them down. Like, you just have to. But game 3 is going to be very interesting because we're going to see a different Anthony Edwards. I feel like Anthony Edwards is going to have to kick it up a notch. He has to get into the 30+ range to solidify him a win. Guarantee. I feel like Naz Reid had to step up a little bit more too. He had to get into that 20-point territory like he did in the game 1. Rudy Gobert, I don't really have too much faith in. He's not really a solid player in my opinion, but he just needed to get better stops and get more rebounds, because the rebounds he got in wasn't a lot. 6 rebounds is crazy. I mean, he should have had way more than that. Julius Randle, another solid player, 9 from 17 from the field, 27 points. I feel like Julius Randle and Anthony Edwards are going to have to step it up a notch and score more points if they want to get the win. Jaden McDaniels, another great player. He was really bad last night from 3 from 11 from the field, so he has to get more points out there as well too if he wants to get the game. So I feel like these are the 3 key players that need to step up. Well, actually 4 key players on the Wolves that need to step up the most. Anthony Edwards doing this thing, but he has to spend more time getting at least more shots up, at least scoring at least 30 points or more. So Anthony Edwards, definitely looking at Julius Randle to keep scoring. Also Naz Reid, and as well Dante DiVincenzo. Those players need to solidify themselves in this double-digit era for them to even get themselves a win. Going against Luka Doncic is going to be a difficult task because this guy's going to make his shots no matter what. I mean, if he's feeling hot hand from behind the 3, you got to keep him off that 3-point line as much as possible, as well as keep him away from the free throw line, because as you guys see, he made 100% from the free throw, which got them the win. So the best way they could do is kind of block out Luka, maybe give him more tough shots that he has to just chuck up and make, give him a tough shot selection where he could just have to throw the ball up and hope and pray that it goes in, I guess. But it's really hard for them to keep Luka behind the 3-point line as well as keeping them from the free throw, which is really, really difficult, because being Luka from 9 for 20, which from the field, this is a good way. They had given him a tough time from shooting in the field, but the problem was he's getting fouled a lot. Regardless of how people felt about the fouls going, some people feel like, hey man, they just giving him fouls just because. That's all another story. But what the point is, keep Luka away from the free throw line. You guys have a fighting chance. Game 3 really is a toss up at this point. It really goes down to how the Timberwolves are going to play out. They're going to play aggressive in the first quarter, or they're going to slack off and try to come back at the end. I feel like the best way to play is play the hardest in the first 2 quarters, because that's when you're going to have the most energy. Second quarter, third quarter out, after halftime, you're not going to really have that much energy to play at a high level, as we see points dwindle down a little bit more when you get to the half. Lakers came out there swinging with 34 points. I think Timberwolves got to score at least 30 to 40 points in the first quarter at least, because that's when they're going to get themselves a win. Got to get the leg up on them by getting more points up. So yeah, game 3 going to be a fight for sure. Excited to see that series tied up with 1-1 right now. It's going to be amazing. Let's see how that goes.